What has personally shocked you about the cyclone?
Oh, just the, it's the devastation and the story of where the water went and where it didn't. And so, I said to the staff, I'm a pretty resilient character, but was the second week of the event, and everyone been working long hours. I got home on a Friday night, and it was the first time I'd got home at an early hour, and I got home about 7 o'clock, and my wife had made me a lovely dinner, and I was sitting down to watch the first round of Super Rugby, and the power went out, and I thought, And I said to my wife, I said, look, I'm not going to sit in the house. Actually, one of the staff had, built this new tip down in Chester Hawke during the week. So I thought, I'm just going to get down there while it's still light. And I got in the car and I drove down Pucklefy Road, and it was the first time I'd driven down Pucklefy Road since the cyclone, and it was starting to get dark. The power was out in Hastings. It was starting to rain, and then you hit Pucklefy Road as you drove towards Chester Hawke, and it just struck me as you saw the USAR spray paint on just about every building, the silt, the rubbish, the crops dying, the absolute destruction. I just started to have a cry, and I thought, boy, first and foremost for all of those people, it was their homes and business, but just then also that sense of the kind of scale of the devastation, and then you kind of say, well, look, yeah, it's okay to feel that, like we're all humans and we're all going to go through cycles of, but it is really, I suppose, that overwhelming thing about the power of water and Mother Nature, and that really as you look at. You could drive around parts of Hastings today and it looks like a normal day as it did on the 13th of February. Yet you can drive through Pucklefy or over the bridge at Fernhill and into Oahu or out to Waiheke or down Links Road, and really just the scale of destruction. And then of course, Esk Valley, some of the rural communities that I haven't even been into yet, the Risingtons, the Tuteras, and you just say, boy, this is, for the communities and the individuals that it's affected, it's just, it's hard to comprehend. Yeah. And then you say, right, no, we've got to stay focused on the how do we support our communities, but how do we also believe that we can build back better, but know that it's going to take some time, and there are going to be some big challenges in front of us as a community as the impacts of this event play out.
Yeah. And were you personally affected?
No, I'm one of the fortunate ones that, as I say, I live in Hastings Central, and, the extent of it for me was a day without power, and personally wasn't affected. So I feel very lucky in that regard. Try not to have the sort of, survivor's guilt when you think about what's happened for other folks. But yeah.
And the region can recover, you think?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I think the fundamentals of Hawke's Bay, that we are, a beautiful part of New Zealand with a solid base to what we do here, which is, grow world-class food, and wine. I believe we can, we can recover, and we can be better at the end of it. It's just going to be, we're going to need collectively to be really, really good as a region to do this, and really encouraged with the way that we've come together as Hawke's Bay. But yeah, fundamentally believe that, because that's what we've got to hold on to.
Tuasavili, Nigel Bickle, thank you for your time and all the best for the future.
Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it.